I don't wash my hands.
Oh, I was going to say that too.
I don't care. I'm done. I'm done hiding it.
Also, we talked about this.
Yes.
Boys washing their hand, that means your dick's dirty. If you have to wash your hand after you pee, what do you get, a dirty dick? And why do girls have to wash it? We don't touch nothing.
We don't even touch nothing.
I get when you take a shit, wash your hands.
I will wash my hands when I take a shit always.
Yes, but why do I have to wash my hands? For what? I'm not sticking my hand up my vagina. And like, you know what's crazy? And I think a lot of people do this. Like, if I'm in a public restroom and there's people in the stalls, I will, even after I pee, go to the sink, wash the water, like pretend. Run the water, pretend I'm washing my hands, get some paper towels, get out.
Or I'll run. I'll run out of the bathroom before the other person comes out.
Wipe your ass. Stop wiping your ass with toilet tissue. These need to sit right behind your toilet, and after you take a shit, you wipe until the brown is gone. And yes, you also need to put your middle finger up and around your bunghole a little bit. No freaky shit now. But you need to make sure you clean out to where you don't want no fucking dingleberries, man. And you cannot wipe yourself clean enough with toilet tissue. Leave these in your bathroom. Bitches will appreciate it. Will appreciate it. Wipe your ass with these and then dry off with toilet paper.
Kevin was funny. A lot of people didn't like him because they didn't agree with him. I didn't agree with a lot he said. But one thing's for sure, none of these men on the internet can tell me who the hell I am. One thing I needed to understand is that YouTube is a business. And when I'm doing this YouTube shit, guess what? I don't have feelings. These men are going to say whatever they have to say to get a check. If that means disrespecting their own women, they're going to do it. I mean, why should the black man respect you, black woman, when he doesn't even respect the women in his family? And black women, stop being so sensitive about these white women. They're not washing their asses. You can't be a 10 on the scale if you don't wash your ass. Roll the clip.
I don't say we avoid bathing, but we bathe very rarely.
Oh my God, I'm so happy that you're talking about this.
Yeah.
She didn't have a bath for like 5 months of her life.
Yeah, like we didn't bathe her for the first whole part of her childhood. And like now we basically bathe her as she asks for it because it's fun, or she's exceptionally dirty.
We really wanted to keep her skin microbiome as healthy and intact. Even if it's just rinsing with water, our water has chlorine in it and all kinds of other preservatives and different chemicals that I just didn't want to expose her to.
This show and being married to my wife has opened me up to so many more thought processes like this, because I think so many of us are conditioned. But if you really strip it down and think about it, obviously we lived this way naturally for a very long time. I think like you put up the commercial city constraints and people change their behaviors. So it's like coming back to a more primal way of life.
Now that you guys are saying this, that makes a lot of sense to just like let it be. And I feel like as a mother too, you have intuition to know when they need a bath.
I absolutely love the pretty language as to why they don't clean their baby, but it's unacceptable. If it was a melanated couple speaking like that, somebody would call child services. Now, if you disagree with me that a baby needs a bath every day, then I know for a fact that you need a bath as well. Now we're going to move on to the next topic. Next on the list, Nia Long. Okay, so Nia's full name is Nia Talita Long. She's 51 years old. She has 2 sons. Damn, I didn't even know she had kids. She has a 10-year-old and a 21-year-old. And she's been with her boyfriend, her fiance, since 2010. Damn, she been with him since 2010? Oh, hell no. You know, I don't understand why women live with men for 8, 9, 10 years and they don't have a ring. I mean, she has a ring, but she's not married. And everybody on the internet is saying, oh, she never wanted to get married. That's bullshit. So if something was to happen to Nia Long's fiance, she would have to fight his family to get money for her son. A lot of black men leave this world without their affairs in order. And it's really sad. Men really need to get it together. You need to call your lawyer up and get your affairs in order, because tomorrow is not promised. Which leads me to my next topic, T.D. Jakes. Did you see that he passed the torch to Sarah? Why didn't he pass the torch to one of his 3 sons? I'll tell you why. Because he trusts her with his legacy. He knows she's going to get the job done when he's no longer here. You see, T.D. Jakes is smart. Instead of fighting when he's gone, he's already made the choice as to who he wants to lead his legacy, and it's Sarah. In my last video about Sarah Jakes, the men got angry. But why did you get angry? Sarah is not ashamed of her past at all. She let the young girls know that she got pregnant at the age of 13. She went on the Dr. Phil show and gave her testimony. You guys got to do your research. Now let's move on to Malika Andrews. She works for ESPN. She's 27 years old. She grew up in Oakland, California. She went to the University of Portland and she graduated with a degree in communications. The men are very angry with Malika right now, but look who raised Malika. A Jewish woman. What I'm really trying to say is a Jewish woman doesn't raise her daughter to worship black men. You see, black men want Malika to bow down, but she's not going to do it. She grew up with a white mother and a black father. I don't know where the father is from. I tried to research it and I couldn't find anything. But would you like to see Malika's boyfriend? Here is the picture. Okay, Malika, I see you. So do we think these two are going to get married or what? Fun fact, he works at ESPN as well. I wonder if he brought her to ESPN. I'm going to have to research that. Interesting fact about Malika. She admitted to having depression and anxiety in high school, which in turn caused her parents to send her to a year-round therapeutic boarding school. I never heard of that. A therapeutic boarding school. You know, I looked up therapeutic boarding school, and it is an institution that gives therapy to students with behavioral and emotional problems. Now, is that interesting or what? Malika never hid who she was. She spoke about how she fought with her parents when she was young. She even spoke about her eating disorder, and even how she flunked out of middle school. So when she's going head-to-head with Stephen A. Smith, it makes sense. And does ESPN care? Probably not, because they have to compete with Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless. When I was researching Malika's background, initially I was expecting perfection. I was expecting her to come from a perfect family, having perfect grades, going to great schools. You know, it's funny that the black men have a problem with Malika because black men, they're always advocating for each other to date and mate with white women. And Malika is a product of just that. You need to go read Malika's bio because it is very telling. And I'm sure ESPN knows her whole background. And that's why they see her as television gold. Because guess what? People are now going to tune in just to see what she has to say. And that means more ratings. When I was in middle school, I had a best friend that was biracial. Her mother was white, her dad was black. They weren't together. So my best friend, she was always home alone. Why was she home alone? Because her mother was busting her ass on the job because she had to pay that mortgage. My best friend at that time explained to me that she was having some issues because neither side of her family accepted her. The black side thought she was too white, and the white side thought she was too black. If you're thinking about having a child that is biracial, you need to start a therapy fund because biracial children go through a lot. They have a lot of issues, a lot of identity issues, and they can't go through that alone. They need their parents, both of their parents. Malika is probably going off on coworkers because she's still suffering from issues. She said she used to fight with her parents a lot, so if she's fighting with her parents, why wouldn't she fight with Stephen A. and her other coworkers? And to the men, you be careful. You might have a Malika in the future. Who knows? If so, make sure you have a therapy fund because your child is going to need it. I wish the best for Malika. I hope things get better at ESPN because I don't want to see her have a full breakdown. And I don't think anyone wants to see that happen. I'm Star. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And I will talk to you guys next time. Good night.